for Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. I will note that Mayor Safarian is present, Mr. Zale is present, Chairman Winkowski is present, Mr. Vrieselaar is absent today, and Mr. Olive is absent today, so we won't need to take the roll. If we can have a motion for approval of the July 15th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hearing no opposition, the minutes of the July 15th, 2025 meeting are approved. The first matter of business before us is the adoption of the City of Oregon Planning Commission virtual meeting policy. And I'm only going to read the policy statement, and then we can move to adopt this. The City of Oregon Planning Commission is committed to facilitating transparent and accessible meetings. In accordance with House Bill 257, the Planning Commission will allow virtual meetings while adhering to the requirements of the Ohio Open Meeting Act. This policy ensures that the City of Oregon and the Planning Commission remains compliant with House Bill 257, Ohio Revised Code Section 121.221, and the Ohio Open Meetings Act, and allows the Planning Commission to conduct meetings in a manner that is transparent and accessible. The policy will be reviewed periodically to ensure it's in compliance with the law. The chair will make the motion to adopt this virtual meeting policy as of today.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Hearing all in favor and none opposed, the motion carries, and the virtual meeting policy is hereby adopted effective August 19th, 2025. The first matter before the committee is SUE 190-25, special use in an M1 light industrial zone district for the purpose of constructing a new wireless communication facility for Verizon Wireless. The applicant is James Kopak, North Star Towers, for owner Naomi Kilburn. The location is 4400 Bay Shore Road. Mr. Schrag.
Mr. Chair, request is for a new 150-foot wireless communication tower for Verizon Wireless. The project review committee met on Tuesday, August 12th, 2025, and discussed the number of towers already located in Oregon and the need for more towers to be constructed in lieu of co-locating the equipment onto existing towers. At the time of the meeting, no information was provided by the applicant to justify the need and why co-locating was not a viable option. We have since received that information, which has been provided in the slideshow, as well as a synopsis given to each of the members. The committee would only support a new tower if there was sufficient proof that co-location would not be technically feasible in accordance with the Oregon Municipal Code, Chapter 714. The Project Review Committee and the Building and Zoning Department have no objections to the request as submitted, provided the applicant can justify the need and why co-locating would not be technically feasible. To further what was provided to us by Verizon is, and I'll quote, "In this instance, there were no suitable tall structures in the area that would meet the engineering needs of the project. Since there are no suitable tall structures for co-location, it is necessary to construct a new tower at the proposed location."
What's, Mr. Schrag, what is considered a suitable structure?
A suitable structure does not always have to be a tower. In some cases, it's a tall building. Other cases, it's a water tower. We've had some placed on a water tower. Or any high structure that is sufficient height for their equipment to gain the coverage that they so desire. Oregon does not have a lot of tall buildings, so the tallest structures are our existing towers as well as, and on the slideshow, we have 51 cell towers and we have a number of broadcast towers. Not all of those towers may be available for them to co-locate on, but the tallest other structures we have are the city municipal water towers.
And our current one there on Seaman Road is just not far enough out for them, correct? Our water tower.
Correct. And we did look at, on this slide here, there are a number of dots near the proposed location in red. However, I don't believe either of those are public towers. Those, one is for the refinery and one is for Edison.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
Mayor?
and I was told before, we priorly located things on our water towers, and because now the need for projecting data comes in a cone-shaped way, it kind of gets in the way, so it makes the water tower almost non-applicable.
Okay, I see. That makes sense.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Roman?
I know last time we considered a Verizon tower at the water plant site on North Curtis Road. They provided a coverage map showing where they don't have coverage, thus showing the need of the tower in that location. Do they have that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you look at this image here, this was also provided in their support, engineering support of why they need to have a new tower. Blue is poor coverage, red is good coverage or optimal coverage. And so on the upper right is how it exists today. And then below that would be after the tower's been constructed.
I'm more concerned with where it is. 4,400 is where, as we,
Right across the entrance too.
I know where the gas station is on the corner of Wynn and Bay Shore in relation to the repair shop.
It is within the property of the repair shop,
It is,
yes.
okay.
To the south of that property, so in this, go back. In this
So it's-
image,
So it's essentially within the corner,
In
right at
this
the
image right
crossroad
here.
of Wynn and Bay Shore is basically where it is.
yeah, if you notice, this kind of is a sideways F shape. The lower leg of the F, if you were to come straight down on Bay Shore to the southern edge of that property, that is where the proposed tower would go.
Silly question, I don't know if this is really off the charts, but what about the Cleveland Cliffs building, which is quite tall?
I mean, obviously you have to get their permission to do it.
Yeah,
You would have to get their permission,
Sure,
and
sure. What
that
do
would
they-
probably be a question for the representative of Verizon, who's here to,
because I would think that location would provide an awful lot of coverage compared to this.
I would say, though,
I would say it would get it its own way. I would say it wouldn't be possible.
if you look at the coverage map, though, this is probably in the heart of what they wanted to cover, though. So this is probably ideal.
It's
Just a question,
400 feet tall,
Yeah.
Well, this is how tall, though?
150.
150.
Someone here for Verizon? Come on up. No, you can come up now,
Okay, I'm sorry.
especially if you can answer some of these questions.
I just mentioned that thing about the Cleveland Cliffs, is that just really off the charts of a thing to even try, or is that no good, or?
One would be access, just because it's within the area of the Cleveland Cliffs, the steel mill property or their mining property, access in and out of that site on a monthly, weekly, daily basis during construction would probably be a logistical nightmare.
Okay.
Name,
With safety.
name, address, title, please.
James Kopak. I am my company, SmartLink. We are at 10 Church Circle, Annapolis, Maryland. And like I said, I work for a company called SmartLink, who is here today for North Star Towers and Verizon Wireless. We're approved vendor for both. And a colleague of mine who did the site acquisition work on this site. I worked with Verizon on getting the plot maps for the site, and I'm here to answer, any questions you may have. I know you were talking about the other existing towers. So one of the issues too is Verizon is already on a tower. It's called Harbor View. I cannot see the exact area. There is an SBA tower about 1.1 miles away. The existing co-location on the SBA tower on here, the following page, next one. Go in the other direction. Right there. Yeah, it talks about the SBA tower and it actually shows up, there's a plot map showing how the SBA tower does not provide adequate coverage like this tower will to the Harbor View area. There's a lot of homes up in that Harbor View area. That's our main objective. North, we have some coverage. Like I said, there's 2 or 3 other Verizon, looks like 3 other Verizon towers hitting this area.
You mentioned there was already a tower a little over a mile away?
1.1 miles away, it's owned by SBA. It's inside the refinery property now. It looks like there was a main road at one point that got closed off.
That's correct.
And now it's inside its own, inside that area. And like I said, it's 1.1 miles, and I can show you, we did run a plot map on that. And it says there, it does not provide usable indoor mid-band nor high-band coverage in the Harborview Yacht Club nor the surrounding neighborhood, so it would not solve the low-band capacity problem. And it is too close to an existing site to the east, Harborview, 1.3 miles. This will greatly reduce the efficiency of both sites as the users from one sector of the existing sites are then just picked up by the new site, and now the new site needs to be offloaded. And I think on the very next page, it will show that it does not provide, right there, it's still, that image right there was run at the SBA tower.
That's our current coverage right there.
No, that's
That's
the,
what we will get.
if it was at the SBA.
Okay.
A couple of them back will show that that Harborview area is all in red. There it is there. That's what you have right now. That is existing. You can see the red from the other existing Verizon sites that are there. It shows the 3 quadrants, and then the red is existing down below. This one will kind of tie in all 3 of those, cover all the Harborview area, and then up along the roads a little bit more. I have, sets of drawings, if anybody would like to see some drawings of the site plan of the site. We're looking to come in off of the property that's Ron's Trailer Cells. It's basically going to be sort of catty-corner access coming right off of the, across from where the fire hall is down there.
How far back in?
What's that?
How far back off?
Roughly over 400 feet, about 410 feet roughly back off the road.
Okay. That's quite a way. All right.
There is a telecommunication ordinance. I can go through that a little bit if you'd like. and just point out some of the things in there, if you like, that we meet or exceed all requirements.
You don't need to do it on my account.
I don't need anything we answered. We're fine.
I know I talked with Steve a couple of times during this project before we even got involved or got started. And, you know, we're in the M1 district. We're permitted there through special use. We meet setbacks. You know, we're,
All right, thank you.
welcome.
Anyone else wish to be heard either for or against this? Joe?
Okay, good.
Hearing nothing else,
Close the public hearing.
the chair will close the public hearing, and if there's no other comments, the floor is open for a motion. I will note that the Project Review Committee and the Building and Zoning Department have no objections to this request as submitted, provided applicant can justify the need and why co-locating would not be technically feasible. In my opinion, they've done that, so the floor is open for a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Zale.
I move for passage of SUE 190-25.
Second.
Roll, please.
Mr. Zale,
Yes.
Mayor Safarian,
Yes.
Chairman Winkowski.
Yes. Moving on to ST 1584-25, split transfer for a variance on width to depth in a C2 General Commercial Dustin Road C4 Business Mixed Zone District on the property described as parcel number 24079. The location is 2830 Navarre Avenue. The applicant is William Bostelman for owner Bayrock North LLC. Mr. Schrake.
Mr. Chair, the owner is requesting to split a 25-foot strip of land from parcel 4424079 that will run south from Navarre Avenue to connect to and be combined with parcel 4424061, giving it frontage on Navarre Avenue and allowing it to have a Navarre Avenue address. Due to the lot split, the newly created parcel will not meet the minimum frontage width requirement. The Project Review Committee met on August 12th, 2025, and had no concerns or objections to the proposed split transfer. After the split, the southern parcel will not meet the width to depth ratio. However, from an aerial view, the request is justifiable due to the developer's desire for a Navarre Avenue address to increase the marketability of the southern parcel. The Public Service Department and Building and Zoning Department have no objections to the request as submitted.
It is. Or it will be.
I have no question. Do we have someone here?
Bill Bosselman, representing Bayrock North LLC, and available for questions, but as Mr. Schrake said, for some reason, your larger regional and national potential tenants and users want to have an address that is the main artery, in this case, Navarre Avenue. The other thing this allows us to do, if you look at the new strip going north from Navarre there, it has a little bump out on the right side near the street, and that allows us room to put the monument sign that will advertise the users of that south parcel, and so that they can be seen as having direct access off Navarre and be able to market themselves to the traffic on Navarre.
That was my,
Will that be a driveway? Will that be
That-
anything?
Yes, that's a driveway, and
Okay.
it really serves the whole development,
Okay,
but we wanted to put it in the, connect it, have it be part of the south parcel for the sign and for that address,
Makes sense.
as opposed to an Isaac Streets Drive address or Dustin address.
That makes sense.
So there's enough room for signage for this.
Yeah, the signage has
That
already
won't-
been
That won't
approved.
really interfere with the other two businesses on each side?
Yeah, that's already been worked out.
Yeah, it has.
months
It
ago.
Has,
Okay.
and the sign plan has been approved.
Okay, okay.
Mr. Schrake?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to also add that this is the only drive access for the development of the former Kmart site off of Navarre.
Correct.
Of those three rectangles, the one that's on Isaac, the one in the middle there to the right of this, and then the third one on the far right. The building that's presently there, the shell of the building, is in the middle one right now?
The one
That
that's
is
half,
correct,
that's
yes.
going
The
up
one
right
that's
now.
about halfway up?
Yeah, that's the middle.
That's in that middle portion? there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I can I'm a visual person, I just need to see it, so.
So,
Okay.
I have no further questions.
No questions. Anyone else wish to speak? Hearing none, the public meeting is closed. The floor is open for a motion. And before that, I will say that the Public Service Department and the Building and Zoning Department have no objections to the request as submitted.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to accept ST 1584 of 25.
Second?
Roll, please.
Mayor Safarian?
Yes.
Mr. Zale?
Yes.
Chairman Winkowski?
Yes. The last one on our agenda is ST 1585-25, split transfer for a variance on width to depth in a C2 General Commercial Zone District on the property described as parcel number 44-21284. The location is 2701 Navarre Avenue. The applicant is Eric Hahn for owner 2701 Navarre Avenue LLC. Mr. Schrake.
Mr. Chair, the owner is requesting to split the north half of the land from parcel 4421284 that will include in one scenario, a 5-foot strip south to Navarre Avenue, giving it frontage on Navarre Avenue and allowing it to keep a Navarre Avenue address at the rear of the property, or the north end of the property. It will also provide a 30-foot ingress-egress easement through the newly created south parcel to connect the northern parcel. Due to the lot split, the newly created parcel to the north will not meet the minimum frontage width requirement. The Project Review Committee met on August 12th, 2025, and had no concerns or objections to the proposed split transfer with the 5-foot connector, but would have preferred to have an easement right-of-way to extend Hollydale Avenue. After the split, the northern parcel will not meet the width-to-depth ratio. However, with no other connection to the public roadway, this solution would be the alternative solution. The Public Service Department and Building and Zoning do object to the option of creating a gate entrance off of Whittlesey Avenue due to creating a commercial traffic corridor down a residential neighborhood. That option may be available for fire access, and so we would recommend that maybe it is a locked gate that is only available for fire access, but not general traffic accessing the storage units in the existing storage units. So we would support the connection to Navarre in order to maintain a Navarre address to the storage units that already exist as a Navarre address, and because it does not have any other public way connection. A ingress-egress easement is not sufficient to maintain that Navarre address. So there would have to be a connection of which they've shown a 5-foot sliver.
If you'd identify yourself?
Hi, I'm Brian Ukart here on behalf of 2701 Navarre Avenue. Katie McDougal.
Katie McDougall as well, 14652 Prairie Lake, Perrysburg, Ohio.
We don't traditionally let people from Perrysburg in the room.
Hey, I'm born and raised Oregon. Don't
So then you're a traitor.
I'm a McDougall. Still here.
I was kidding.
Right, it's okay.
I do have to disclose that my office is 2 parcels to the east of this in the Horizon Complex. So I'm within the parameters of receiving notice, so I was very interested to see what this was, because I honestly didn't look up what 2701 was, and knowing that it's the storage units that,
Yeah, we're in the process right now. The front of, I guess it would be the southern half of that plat is currently housing the Head Shed retail outlet.
Yep.
But that property is for sale, and there is a buyer, Harvest, currently they're known as Harvest of Holland, the deli and sandwich shop based in Holland, Ohio, has put an offer in on the front, but they don't want the storage units. They don't want the property in the back. So the owner of the property is attempting to satisfy would-be purchasers of the back as they come, but also make the deal go through for Harvest right now, and we would relocate the Head Shed, move in Harvest, and then as time permits or as need permits, sell the back to a different buyer, but.
Which we also have that buyer lined up as well.
And as I understand, I keep calling it Holly.
Hollydale.
Hollydale is coming into the west edge of that property, which Harvest has already drawn up plans with their Verdantis to have an easement that would come in from Hollydale, coming in from the west, that would immediately turn where the existing gate is for the storage facility. The idea of moving the access to South Whittlesey is nothing that any of us want to see happen. Harvest has been very clear throughout the process. They will allow the 30-foot easement in from the front until such time as the revised easement can be placed at the would-be northwest corner then, where Hollydale is.
okay. I don't have any other questions. Thank you. Anyone else that wishes to speak? Council persons back there? The chair will close the public hearing and
Chair, I've got one.
Mr. Strake.
I do have one item I'd like to read into the record. I received an email late today that was from Fritz Baumgartner, and he states, Steve, I would like to emphasize that our strong preference would be to go with the split option 1 that Verdantis prepared with the connection of the lot to Whittlesey Avenue to avoid the landlocked parcel issue. We would, of course, provide a right-of-way easement through our parking lot for access to the storage units.
Okay.
Thank you.
The floor is open for a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Zale.
I move for passage of SD.
Wait a minute, let's go back, because if we are going to want to incorporate any of those things, we'd have to make the motion with incorporating that. And I thought we didn't want to incorporate the access to Whittlesey, last I recall. So is there any part of that we do want to incorporate into the motion?
Emergency access
Well,
would be the
there,
only thing.
yeah, there's the potential of incorporating an emergency access for first responders, but not for general.
I mean, all right, that's an option,
And,
but I would almost prefer not doing that because I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be used.
yeah, and you can see the images
So,
on the
And the
slide.
best bet then, if you did make a motion not incorporating it,
Mm-hmm.
we would be fine.
The other part is whether you wish to make the motion to incorporate the 5-foot sliver of the of the north half of the property down to Navarre, creating
That
what we call a flagpole lot.
That would be, for what purpose?
And that is to maintain the Navarre address to the storage facility.
And that's your desire?
That would be the buyers of the storage units' desire.
All right. That I don't have a problem.
It's no different than the previous.
Yeah, right, yeah.
What we just did.
Yeah, but we only do one of those a day.
And it is 5 foot versus 30 foot.
No, that, so we'd have to incorporate that into your motion.
Go ahead. It's just clear in your head. right?
Yeah, since you know
You
what
confused me a
you're
little
talking
bit.
about.
I move to accept ST 1585 of 25 with the addition from the project review to incorporate the 5-foot access to Navarre Avenue.
Second.
Yes, 5-foot frontage.
Second.
Roll.
Mayor Sphirion,
Yes.
And would you have to say disallow option for the entrance off of Whittlesey?
I believe so.
I don't think we would, because we didn't incorporate.
Because the application has that as an option.
Huh?
So the application. Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yeah, but I didn't,
The application has it incorporated into this, so if the that's what they're applying for, so I just want to make sure that it's crystal clear that,
So I think if you're clear, the clearest way to be to say is we are not allowing the application
As part of
for
the
the
motion.
rear entrance.
yes, that's part of the motion. That's,
I don't think it's needed, but I'll do it.
okay,
Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I would incorporate that language also.
Second.
Roll.
Mayor Sphirion,
Yes.
Mr. Zale,
Yes.
Chairman Winkowski.
Yes. Hearing no opposition, the meeting is